Hey, I'm Crystal Milana on the vtwinchannel.com. We are in Rockville, Maryland today, and here with me I have John Longo, and we are going to go into his shop and see what it's all about. What do you think, John?
Hey, I'm ready. Let's roll.
All right, let's check it out. Today we're doing a special episode. We are here at John Longo's shop. John Longo is a legend in the motorcycle seat industry, and we're here to get to meet him and have him show us a little bit about what he does. So first off, John, how long have you been around and how did you get started?
Well, it started out as looking for a job when I was a child. I was 15 back in 1968, and the guys hired me and been stuck on it ever since. It's been very good to me, you know.
And how long have you been here in Rockville?
The entire 41 years I've been in the upholstery business.
Wow, you have a lot of history going on here. I see you're a big Elvis fan.
How could you not be? He was the king of bling and the ultimate performer. So, I aspire up. He's the only guy I can aspire up to. He was a good guy, did good work, and he worked himself to death, which was exactly what I'm trying to do.
So, John, I see a lot of memorabilia with Ed Roth. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. I met up with Ed Roth. He was my hero as a child. He was the Mr. Custom, and I made it a point to meet him back in the late 70s. And from there, we corresponded and talked. And when he came back out in the 90s, the early 90s, we hooked up, and he asked me if I would make some upholstery for him, and I said sure, I'd love to, it'd be an honor. And we started working together on small projects mostly. And so Ed would send me a diagram like this and give me all the instructions. That's an Ed Roth blueprint there, and I would make what he wanted, and then I'd send it back to him.
And I also see you have some of your work. You have a bike back here that is at Treasure Island.
Yeah, that was a bike that Metropolitan Choppers built, and I made the seat for. It's, I think, a $180,000 bike that Treasure Island had commissioned and built.
Beautiful bike. So, I hear you also play the guitar.
Well, I've been known to pick a string or two.
Can you play a little bit for us?
Well, sure. All hams like to be asked to play the guitar. There we go. Give you Elvis song from the 68 comeback. Well, we're going up, we're going down, we're going up, down, down, up, any way you want to roll. Yeah, you got me doing what you want, baby, what you want me to do. You got me peeping, hiding, hide, peeping any way you want to roll. Yeah, you got me doing what you want, baby, what you want me to do. There you go.
Awesome, John. Awesome. So,
Thank you.
How about
borrowing that guitar from you?
Great job. So, how about we go into your shop and you show us a little bit about what John Longo does?
All right, thank you. I'll be happy to do that.
John, behind us I see a bunch of your seats that you've created. Can you tell us a little bit about the inspirations and ideas that came to you to make you create these gorgeous designs?
I try to get people to think outside that box and to actually realize that they can have something made that they can dream up. The real idea is that I like to incorporate what I do with what somebody wants. So when you have an idea and you give that to me, then I take my workmanship and ability and turn that into reality from a thought. So that's my favorite way to make it. Yeah. And I never make two alike. This is hand lacing, no sewing machines. That's primitive, just like a caveman would have put something together, or something extremely intricate, inlaid, multi-stitched. This is very intricate, and this took 20 hours to sew up.
Wow, 20 hours.
And somebody probably would have never asked me for a Longo Dragon, but I made one.
I have to say that these are more than just motorcycle seats. These are like pieces of art.
I consider it art.
They are amazing. How much does one of your seats start at?
Well, to start out a job like this, that's actually I'm using materials as the effect, and it's not overly complicated, but you'd spend $450 for a seat like that. And they would range. An average seat for a 2-up starts at 450, 750, something like that. You start getting into multi-stitched up like this, then you're 700, 750, something like that. They go all the way up to the moon, but there is no ready-made seat for choppers that people build. So every seat has to be custom made. So I cast a lot of fiberglass pans that fit the bike perfectly. Fiberglass is my favorite because you can actually get the most perfect fit. A lot of times the stretch tanks, they'll be a little different on the right or the left side. So the fiberglass balances that out and makes a perfect fit. So plus the way that I actually take the bike off before I pour the glass, the seats wind up fitting and you don't even need a bolt to hold them on. They fit filling in a tube tight. After I lopped the frame off in the back and made this steel part here, I taped the bike up and then I cast a fiberglass mold of the bike. Then he came here and we fitted him to see how far back he'd go. Then I carved this out of a piece of foam, then fiberglassed it, and now I'm just doing the finished fiberglass work to it. And then it'll have another cushion that'll roll up. This will actually be a glove compartment behind the back rail.
Wow. So you make it to fit that person.
Right, exactly.
Awesome.
And that has a major benefit on handling and your ability to actually hit the brakes proper, have your feet flat on the ground when you're sitting still.
Wow.
So it has it not only does look good, but it actually is a major benefit to somebody riding your bike.
Yeah. Now, John, why don't we go over to your workbench and you can really show us what you do?
All right, let's whittle one up.
Okay.
All right. First, we got to I want to have a little curve in that seat. So how you build the frame up, and then a lot of people don't realize that there's thousands of densities of foam, and for all the different places on the seat, as you make it, you should use different densities to actually come up with a seat that's comfortable instead of just looking like something. So I want a little turn in this seat like this before I go to the next one. It takes 3 seconds for the glue to dry. Let's give it a little curve. My favorite way to do this is by just eyeballing it. Now I'm using an 88 density foam. That's nice to set on. Get a little, get it down to working weight here. Put the humidity in. Put it together while it's wet so it slides into place. In reality, the more space you have here to set on, the more you can actually move around a little bit and makes it a little more comfortable.
So, what's next?
The next thing that we do is tailor make a pattern for it. By cutting it off exactly at the bottom edge, I'll draw that on my material. Alright, so we can do that. there's lots of different things you can do. And so I'm constantly doing all kinds of different things. So they all look different. You know, nothing ever looks the same. You just want to tone it. You don't want to stretch it till you put stress marks on it. You just want it to come right in.
There you go, a custom-made John Longo motorcycle seat. Fantastic job, John. So, can you tell us who you made this seat for?
I made the seat for hardcore choppers who is building a bike for a veteran or a current military man. And he's brought this design to the bike. This is a tattoo that's on his wife's back, and he wanted to bring her to his bike, his two favorite things together. He deserves having the best, and that's what he got.
Well, he has the best. I want to thank you, John, for letting us come out to your shop today and get to know a little bit more about you and watch you build this custom-made seat for us.
Yeah, presto changer, there it was. You know. All right, thank you very much, Crystal. I appreciate it.
I'm Crystal Milano on the VTwinChannel.com. Sit tight, we'll be right back with more.